Update everyone on tonight. Of course, you know because you live up there, but we've been talking for over a year now about the Smith Creek water line. They have started moving in on that project. They started bringing in supplies and equipment, and they started with their survey work. Hopefully they'll start actually the process of digging around the first week in October. Depending on the weather this winter, they anticipate that line should be completed by early fall of next year. We know the wintertime can be a treacherous time to do work, especially water work in the creek, but if the last couple years of winter is any indication, they plan to be able to work all winter and get that project behind us. That's a $3.9 million project paid for by grant money, 100%. The west end water line is going out to bid within the next 10 days. That's the water line to replace the aged line that serves Scott Hill and everything above Hardy's in town, and everything west of town to Longmore, hospital, Bryan Center, the schools, the college, county complex, and that line is crucial. So that will be out to bid, and they hope to have that awarded by the end of November, first week in December, and maybe right after the first of the year, weather permitting, we can get somebody started on that project. I have signed the final papers as of this day before yesterday, well, day before yesterday would have been Sunday, so Friday, and Kyla has forwarded those to VDOT for the Ridgeway Street paving project. That is ready to go out to bid. That's VDOT's handling all of that. They're putting that out to bid. That should be out to bid by the end, middle to the end of September. We're already almost at the middle, so I would think they're going to be closer to the end of September. The reality of it is probably not going to get that project done this fall because we're going to run out of time. They shut the asphalt plants down as soon as the temperature gets low enough, and we want to do a good job on that, get a good job on that. So we're probably looking at that being an early spring project to be completed, and that is to completely mill and pave Ridgeway Street from Roxbury Street to the town limits on the west end. Actually, it's going to be a little bit better for us if we can get this paving project pushed off till spring of next year, because that'll give us enough time to get the water line in place on the west end of Ridgeway Street that we need to get in going to serve the county. And when they pave with the new paving, they will cover all of that over, and we won't have to worry about any of that being interfered with right after it's done. We've already talked about the homecoming festivities. I'd like to ask all Clifton Forge businesses and residents to decorate like we did last year. Show your support for the Cougars and bring them here, welcome the teams, and let's just have a big pep rally and night of support for the football team and the school system. And then the last thing, as you know, some of you know, Columbia Gas is back. They were not supposed to be back when they left earlier this year for 18 months. But some way that their funding works, they were supposed to finish in Covington, go from Covington to Rockridge County, and when the time came for them to leave Covington to go to Rockridge County, the funding was not ready or approved for that, so the only project they had on the books that they had funding to complete was to come back to Clifton Forge. So they moved back into Clifton Forge. The first place they went was McCormick Boulevard. You know, we just paved McCormick Boulevard last year. So no digging in the pavement on McCormick Boulevard. So they have had to dig in the area between the sidewalk and the curb, the right-of-way area, to accomplish what they need to do on McCormick Boulevard. They are going up Lafayette, coming around and doing a lot of work on Brussels and up in that area of town, and they plan to be here through the first part of January of 2025. We have entered into an agreement with them, though. We have invoked VDOT standards for the road repair cuts that they make. They have not been using VDOT standards. They admitted that when I asked them about it. So we will be closely monitoring their repair process and make sure that they do meet the VDOT standards when they make a patch, and hold them to those standards. And we also have a few other things that I need to sit down with Mr. Lockerbie and discuss, that I received from Susan Hammond the other day, that we might be able to modify to incorporate some type of an agreement for utilities working in the town limits, and impose our own set of guidelines and restrictions on what they can and can't do, and how they have to leave things when they finish their project. But we will be closely monitoring this and hold them to the VDOT standards for trench repair. Mr. Mayor, that's all I have tonight.